Hello and welcome to ITBS Media. In today's video, I want to show you how to generate QR code using Python. If today is your first time coming across this channel, I will advise that you subscribe to our channel and so that you may receive notification when we load new video. So the first thing you want to do when you want to generate QR code, what does QR code stands for? Quick Response Code. It was invented in 1994. Quick Response Code is more advanced than barcode in the sense that it can store more data than the barcode. The barcode reads data in one direction from left to right, whereas the QR code can read from bottom to the top and also from left to right. So that makes it more of utility than barcode. So for you to generate barcode, you need to have Python interpreter that you want to use in running the code. You equally want to make sure you install a Python library called QR code in your operating system environment, and that's the starting point. You open your command prompt and make sure that you open it in administrative mode, and you type pip install QR code. You can see I have installed my own, so I don't need to install it all over again. I've installed it already. So that's what you need to do. That's the starting point. Pip install QR code. Once you do that, then you are ready and you have your Python interpreter that you want to use, the IDE. It might be Python terminal, it might be PyCharm, anyone that you are familiar with. But if you don't have anyone you're familiar with, I would say go to Google environment and go to python.org and you will see download there. Then you can download the latest version of the IDE. Okay, I'm going to bring up my IDE now. Here we go. So I'm using Python 3.11. So now that you have installed the QR code library in your Windows environment or in your operating system environment, whichever the case may be, if it's not Windows, whatever operating system you're using, so the first thing you do is you have to import that QR code you install in your environment using the command prompt. So you start with import QR code. So it is imported. Now you need to define your input data. What data do you want to actually use the QR code to store? So let me put a note here. Define your input data. So that's what we want to do now. Open your double quotes and put whatsoever text or URL you want to store in your QR code in here. So I'm just going to copy my YouTube URL, okay, and put that here and close it with double quotes. So you have defined the data you want to input in your QR code. So the next thing is you have to define your QR code parameters. So you do that. Let's note that as well. The So to do that, you have your QR equal QR code. QR code. Then you open your parentheses. Once you open your parentheses and you press enter, it will put it in indent state. So you now decide the size of your indent, you see. So what you do now is press the tab key on your keyboard to automatically indent it for you. See, has done that. So the first parameter we want to define is version. So I'm going to make the version just 1, and you end that parameter with comma, as long as you still have another parameter to add. So tab key again, because they have to align since it's the same block. So box underscore size, what should the box size be? I'm going to make it 8, then tab key again, then the border of the QR code is what we're defining now. I'll just make that 4, then I'll close my parentheses now because I've finished defining the parameters within that block. So it returns us to where we should be now. So to call your input data, the next thing you need to do is qr.add data. So what data do you want to add into your, so you now go back and point to your input data which you have defined up. So you've pointed it to that URL now. That's what you want it to pick. So the next thing now is to making the QR code. So it's qr.make. So here you define fit. Do you want it to fit even if the content does not fit the shape? Do you want it to automatically fit it within so that there's no space? So you say true. Alright, now we need to define the color and the background of the QR code. Okay, QR dots img, that's image equal qr dot make underscore image. So you define the field. fill underscore color equal, then you open this, black, comma, then back, underscore color equal, open this again, white, and close it. Alright, now we have done that, so we need to save it. So it's gonna be image, which is img dot save. What name do you want to use to save this? So I'm just gonna call it my QR. Let me use ITBS QR. Then what format I will want it to save it in PNG. So ITBS QR dot PNG. Okay, so now that I have it, I want to print it. Print, open your double quotes, QR code generated, QR code generated, and saved as ITBS QR. Alright, so close it and close your parentheses. See, it has generated the QR code. So I can go back into where my Python is and look for it. Let me see. Okay, I see it here, right here. You see? This is our QR code. If you scan this, you see it will take you straight to the channel that you're watching this from. And that is how to generate your QR code. So instead of using the URL up here, if you decide to copy a whole page and you put it here, as long as you open your double quotes and you put your end quote when you finish the text input, when you generate it and you scan the code, it's going to present you with what you have in that text. That is how to create or generate QR code in Python. I do hope you enjoy the lesson. So please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe now, give a like, and share the video with your friends. Thank you.